Bob's Burgers is a two-time Emmy-winning animated sitcom following the misadventures of the Belcher family, parents Bob and Linda, and children Tina, Jean, and Louise. They run a small burger restaurant, and the show follows the trials and tribulations of running a small family business. The show is beloved not only by me and my family, to the point where I've already released a video on it and you should go check it out, but to the rest of the world. The show has garnered wide acclaim for its incredible writing and unique comedic elements. One of these elements is the end credit scenes. Usually follows our characters acting out a scene against a white background with song and dance routines. What makes each one of these unique is that they make jokes and references with significance to their respective episodes. This is my top 10 favorite Bob's Burgers end credit scenes. Number 10, Season 8, Episode 18, As I Walk Through the Alley of the Shadow of Ramps. In this episode, Louise is at war with a food truck driver who uses her back alley as a through street even though the kids are riding their bikes. The driver mocks her for riding a tricycle, which leads to the family suggesting that she try riding a bike, and it flashes back to Bob and her practicing. The scene is referenced in the end credit scene where Bob and Louise are flying through the air on a bike while singing the Meatloaf song Bat Outta Hell as side character Rudy rides a bat behind them. I chose this one because not only is it a hilarious way of using a popular song, but also because of the incredible animation and use of plot points for clever visual gags. When the night is over, like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone, gone, gone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. But when the day is done and the sun goes down and the moonlight shining through, then like us. Number 9, Season 7, Episode 15, Ain't Miss Debatin'. While Tina is busy with the debate team, the family takes old meat and decides to make a stop-motion movie out of it, the end credits being their final product. While I praise the show for expertly using copyrighted songs to perfectly sum up and cap off the episode, one thing I will mention frequently in this video is how well the show writes original songs. Much of it stems from Gene being an aspiring musician and Linda and him being, let's say, musically inclined. It doesn't go the cheap route of just changing the lyrics of pre-existing songs, unlike some other shows that won't be mentioned. The song and animation work incredibly well together, where instead of satirizing one singular movie like other shows, the credit feels like a satire and an homage to cinema as a culture, history, and medium.
Does this meat man have a name?
Yes, it's Meat Man.
I like that.
Just to make the meat man! Wow. Meat Man's a survivor. No, he's not fancy. He's just a proud, independent hamburger man. And when he talks, people listen.
Number 8, Season 6, Episode 3, The Haunting. While the plot of this episode isn't necessary to know to enjoy the end credit scene, I'll still go over it. Louise doesn't get scared by haunted houses, so Bob and Linda try to make a good one, but then it becomes a little too real when they are stalked by an old man with hedge clippers. My favorite thing about this scene is its wholesomeness, as the whole family sings and dances in the kitchen after a long night of scares. Bob even goes from reluctantly singing with them to going all out with it. The song is also well made, as it's technically good, but also has the sound of cheesy boy band pop songs. Number 7, Season 9, Episode 9, UFO No You Didn't. Tina is working on a science fair project about using Morse code to communicate with aliens. This causes uproar at school as Henry, voiced by the amazing Jim Gaffigan, thinks it's a dangerous feat. Eventually, Tina's science fair partner Sosmita and Henry show some affection to each other. The end credit scene uses this by having Tina translate sweet nothings from Morse code and failing miserably. Not only is this song incredibly catchy to the point where it will probably be stuck in my head for the rest of the day, but the animation style of flying through space is impeccable, even for a show with as simple an art style as this. Also, the fact they can produce jokes within the rhythm of the song puts this scene a ring above for me.
Do 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 means I love you.
No, it doesn't.
Do 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 means I care.
That actually
Lunges?
That means cat.
Do means I'll always be there.
That's just cat again. Do 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 do.
Number 6, Season 7, Episode 21, Paraders of the Lost Float. The family decides to have a parade float in the local Mardi Gras-esque parade known as Bog to Beach to win some easy money. Problems arrive when Bob is too focused on beating Jimmy Pesto rather than having fun. The episode ends with Bob loosening up and dancing in his underwear to the aforementioned song, Hot Pants Rain Dance. The episode ends with the whole town dancing to the song. This is not only great for its slick animation and the wholesomeness and camaraderie of the whole town deciding to live life to the fullest despite that being just debauchery. The show also expertly writes original songs. This one is an excellent homage to 70s disco and perfectly fits the vibe of the episode.
Hot pants, rain dance, get out there and take a chance. Hot pants, rain dance, get out there and shake your pants. Hot pants, rain dance, get out there and take a chance. Hot pants, rain dance, get out there and shake your pants. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
Number 5, Season 3, Episode 15, OT the Outside Toilet. In this classic episode, Gene finds a high-tech toilet that fell off a truck and landed in the woods. It has a sprinkler system and plays music. He tries to protect it from the people trying to retrieve it. This scene again has great animation presented simply. It also has an excellent use of a popular song that is also referenced to earlier in the episode, making fun of the faulty technology of his voice recognition. Number 4, Season 3, Episode 23, The Unnatural. In another Season 3 episode, Gene signs up for Little League Baseball and mistakes sliding into home for doing the electric slide, and Luis tests his cup by hitting it with a baseball bat. These are referenced in the end credits scene when the song for the electric slide with Tina singing backup vocals and Gene doing the electric slide while Luis hits his cup with the same bat. This scene is a perfect symphony of callbacks and the use of a cover of a real song. This is a perfect example of how the show's genius in using its pop culture references without them feeling forced or inorganic.
You can't see it, it's electric. Woogie, woogie, woogie. You gotta feel it, it's electric. Woogie, woogie, woogie. Ooh, shake it, it's electric. Woogie, woogie, woogie. Chicken is around, she's talking like a chicken. Keep it cooking, keep it shook like a boogie. Now you can't hold it, it's electric.
Number 3, Season 6, Episode 6, The Cook, the Steve, the Gail, and her lover. When Bob has a dinner party, Gail decides to invite a guest who turns out to be the kid's school guidance counselor, Mr. Frann, who is unanimously disliked. They hit it off, much to Louise's chagrin. They attempt to break them up by scaring Gail with a Spanish ballad about the dangers of love. The only problem is Tina knows very little Spanish, so Louise translates rudimentary Spanish phrases in the lyrics. The song is repeated during the end credit scene as Gail and Mr. Frann make out in the background. The song has an excellent rhythm while also being hilarious, and the use of jokes from the episode is great. The animation is great, featuring vibrant spotlights against the white background.
Love is like a beautiful flower,
Me llamo Tina.
but it can also be dangerous, like a tiger with a gun.
El perro es grande.
I mean, look at Steve. Divorce, pain, nothingness. Sorry, Steve.
¿Dónde está el baño?
Stay single forever. Protect your heart. Avoid guidance counselors. The end.
Number 2, Season 7, Episode 2, See Me Now. Teddy, the ever-present handyman, invites the family on a ride on his new boat. This turns out to be a way of making Teddy's ex-wife jealous. Through Teddy's incompetence, they are stranded on an island where they find another guy with a boat and takes them back. Teddy then lights his boat on fire and then it sinks. The episode ends with Teddy singing the Bobby Darin classic Beyond the Sea, which is probably the best use of this song on TV. This one is up there as it uses my favorite song of all time. It also showcases the impressive singing ability of voice actor Larry Murphy. The family also cutely moves cardboard cutouts of the ocean around him. It's one of those scenes that make us think that Belchers see him as their sixth member. The lyrics are also pretty apropos to the plot of the episode as well.
Somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me.
Number 1. Season 9, Episode 6, Bobby Driver. Bob is reluctantly forced by Edith to be her getaway driver as she steals quilts from her quilting club's members. The episode is essentially one long Baby Driver homage, a personal favorite of mine, and the ending perfectly sums that up as Bob and Edith sing Radar Love, a song that was featured in said movie. It's number 1 because it speaks to everything I love about a Bob's Burgers end credit scene. A well-sung cover of a popular song that perfectly fits the episode's vibe without beating you over the head with its inspirations, and simple and smooth animation with a clever subversion of the normal material. This is not only my favorite, but I'd also say it's the perfect Bob's Burgers end credit scene.
Head went on the wheel. There's a voice in my head that drives my heel. It's my baby calling, says I need you here. There's a 4:30 and I'm shifting gear. We've got a thing that's called radar love. We've got a wave in the air. Radar love.
What is your favorite Bob's Burgers end credit scene? Let me know in the comments, like, comment, share, and subscribe.